वंदे गुरु परंपरां श्रुतिस्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम तच्छंयोरारुगीमहे घातुं विद्याय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्सुनः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अश्वधिपते शं चतुष्पते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् सभूभिं विश्वतो भृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठत्तशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेतकं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं उतात्मृतत्वस्येशानः यदन्नेनातिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अतो ज्यायागुश्च पूरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वा भूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपात् ऊर्ध्व उधैः पुरुषः पादोऽस्येहा भवात् पुनः ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामत् शासनानशने अभि तस्मात् विराट जायत विराजो अधिपूरुषः सजातो अत्यरिच्छथ। So until Chaturtha we finished. Swatha Panchami, the fifth verse. Tasmaat virata jayata tasmaat virata jayata virajo adipurushaha virajo adipurushaha sajato atyarischatha sajato atyarischatha paschad bhumimato puraha. So in the previous class we saw the meaning of the word Tripad Urdha Udait Purushaha. So I gave an elaborate explanation of the word Udait, which means that which is above. This Purusha we talked about is called as Brahman, also we called in the Upanishad. So this Brahman is beyond Vikalaha, three gunas, avastatrayaha, three lokaha, then Satchit Anandaha is the name, is the nature of this Purushaha. And the one is talked about in the Vedas. So we saw quite an exhaustive meaning of the word Udait Purushaha. So now from this verse, he talks about the creation aspect or how this Purusha came into existence. So Tasmat Virat Ajhayata. Tasmat Virat Ajhayata means Tasmat means from this Adi Purushaha. Tasmat means from this Adi Purushaha. Virat. So Virat means this magnificent or this very big, uniquely independent Virat. So Virat signifies the vastness of this Purusha. Because this universe is so big and vast that you cannot even comprehend how big it is. So from this Purusha, from this Brahman, or this consciousness we talked about in the Upanishad, from this consciousness, matter came into existence. So Tasmat Virat Ajayata. So from this it arose. Ajayata means that which came into existence, that which was manifested. So Tasmat Virat Ajayata. Then Virajo Adi Purushaha. So after having manifested, it has to be sustained also. See, just manifestation is not enough. After manifesting, it has to sustain. So Virajo. So Virajaha means that which is capable of ruling. In fact, there's a beautiful definition here given here for Virajo. And Virat. So Vividhani Rajante iti Virat. So that Purushaha which is capable of ruling the entire universe. So if you want someone to rule the entire universe, that person should be an almighty person, a very, very powerful person. So he's called Sarvagyaha, Sarvashaktiman. So this Purusha is also called Sarvashaktiman and Sarvagyaha, meaning the one who has got all the knowledge. So Tasmat, from that Purushaha, Virat Ajayata. So the Virat, Vividam Rajante iti Virat. And which is uniquely defined. And Ajayata means that which comes into existence, that which is manifested. Then Virajo, after having manifested, this Adi Purushaha, Virajo Adi Purushaha means after having manifested, it is the support is required. So it supports itself by itself. So it is the material cost and also the efficient cost. Upadana Karanam and Nimitta Karanam. The consciousness does not need anything from anybody, because it has got all the ingredients required, all the materials required for it to manifest. It also has got the power called Maya, inbuilt within Brahman, which uses to manifest itself. So remember in the fundamentals class, I explained to you that Maya is not a separate power, it is part of Brahman only. Maya doesn't have existence of its own. So without Brahman, there is no Maya. So this Brahman or this Purushaha manifests itself using its power called Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti and Jnana Shakti. So there is nobody who is telling this Purusha to create the world. It's its own will. So out of its own will, it gets created. So Virajo Adi Purushaha. So Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti also. So Jnana means that all pervasive knowledge, all full knowledge about everything. And Kriya Shakti, also the capacity to manifest. In the Upanishads, we always have example of the spider. So Yatha Urnanabihi Sujate Krishnate Cha. So just as the Urnanabihi is called, the Urnam means called a thread. And Nabi is called the abdomen. So just as the spider has got the thread called urnam in its Nabi, the navel. The spider just is a spider. It has, when you look at a spider, you do not know whether it has got the capacity to create a web or not. But the spider, when it starts to act, so it has got its own Ichcha Shakti. It can create a web, it can come and bite you, or it can, it's Ichcha Shakti. So if you are, so it has got its own will of when to create a web and when not to create a web. So it can just be a spider just by itself, doing nothing, sitting there, waiting for something to happen. Or when it is wants to create a web, then it just starts to create a web. So at that time, when creating a web, does the spider look for anything outside of itself? No. The spider does not depend on another spider for lending some existence, because it has got the ingredient called urdam in the Nabi itself. And because the material cause is already there, it uses this intelligence called Jnana Shakti. Nobody is giving intelligence to spider to create a web. That's why the whole Vedanta can be taught in just spider only. Spider and rope and snake. Two things can, Ghata Bhashya, three things. So Ghata Bhashyam, Rajju Sarpaha, and Purnanabihi. These are the three things commonly quoted. And the entire Vedanta can be taught just with this example. Still, it is not clear. Despite having all these things, elaborate discussion in Dakshinamurti Stotram and Vedanta Paribhasha, all the things are there. This still cannot be understood very clearly. So we have the Ichcha Shakti, which is the capacity to create, Jnana Shakti, which is in the spider to create on its own. And then the Kriya Shakti is how to create a web, how long should the web be. After creating the web, the spider has to maintain the web. Right? So what does it do? It actually goes, sits in the middle of the web. It doesn't go and hang in the corner of the web. It always is in the epicenter of the web. So whenever you see a web, you see the spider is always in the middle of the web, because it can reach out every places. So all the urnam is called this Purushaha. Example. So just as the Purusha is there, he rose from this Purushaha, right? Tasmat Virat Ajayata. So from this consciousness, which is the Purushaha, he just arose out of his own Ichcha Shakti. Somebody asked a question, why does this universe get created? Why are we, is a Bhagavan, doesn't have any other job to do this? Why do we have to go through all the punya and papa? It is because our karma phala is there. Our prarabdha karma is there, and to exhaust the prarabdha karma only, this life is given to us. The whole Srishti is being given or manifested is because of the samashti prarabdha karma, which is there. How will you otherwise exhaust all the punya and papa? So there has to be a medium. So this human life is a medium for us to exhaust all the punya and papa, so that you do not accrue more punya and papa. Okay. Otherwise, we will be continuing this. That is why this samsara continues for a long, long time. Because not everybody will become jnani this janma. Somebody will become part jnani. Somebody will be ajnani for the rest of janma also. Somebody is work in progress. So our next janma will be there to complete. So this continues. That's why it's called Tasmat Virata Jayata Virajo Adhipurushaha. So Virajaha means, Raj means rule, to govern, to have supremacy. So when you are in the spider web, not single thing can escape. Because the moment you put a stick there, I myself tried it. I always fascinated. I like to watch the spider creating web. Very busy, going up everywhere. It just keeps on going up there. And within a few minutes, web will be there. It will be just there. but it can sense the pressure on the web. If you put a stick, it will not come because it knows that the stick is not strong enough. It knows something else is there. But if you put a small, tiny, flower or petal, it will immediately come and check and it will go back to check what it is. So the spider is also very selective about what it wants to pursue. It does not want to pursue anything which is not required for the spider, correct? So even if you throw a stick at it, it will just be there. It will not do anything. Rain falls, it will not do anything to the spider. Sun comes, nothing will. It is a yogi in the middle of the universe outside of a web, sitting there meditating always. On the next, somebody who would come and fall in the trap. If nothing happens, the spider doesn't have any job to do. Right? It doesn't punish anybody. But if you go and fall into the trap, then you are going to get punished. The same way, the Bhagavan also, this universe is created for enjoyment for this. So if you are doing the right thing, then you do not need to worry about it. But if you are doing the wrong thing, then definitely this universe will rub on you. So, Tasmat Virata Jayata, then Virajo Adipurushaha. So from there, this Brahma, so when you say Virajaha, means this Brahma came into existence. So Brahmaji came into existence, not Brahman. So Brahman is different from Brahmaji. So whenever you say Brahma, it means consciousness. Brahma, when you say, it means the Brahmaji, the one who is supposed to be the Srishtikarta, the Palankarta, the Prajapati of this universe. Then, after that, what happened? So, Paschat, after that. Paschat means after that. Sahabhumihi. So, Paschat Sahabhumihi. So, after that, he created this earth. So, Bhumi Ataha Puraha. So, Paschat Bhumi To Puraha. You must read as Paschat Saha Bhumihi. It means after that, the Bhumi was created, earth was created. So, if you just create the earth, who is going to live in the earth? There is somebody living in the earth, correct? Then it says Atapuraha. So, Paschat Bhumi Matho Puraha is Paschat Saha Bhumihi Ataha Puraha. So, Ataha means therefore, for this universe to be performing, Puraha means what? Physical body. So, Dehatmaha is called Puraha. Navadvare Pure. So, in the Bhagavad Gita we have, correct? Navadvare Pure means what? The 9-gated city. So, we have Navadvaraha. And our prana can go from any of the 9 dwaras. So, your death can come through any of the 9 dwaras. You do not know. Because it is through those things only the prana comes and then the prana also goes out. So, Puraha. So, Paschat Bhumimato Puraha. You should write as Paschat Saha Bhumihi Ataha Puraha. So, therefore, he created the Shariram for the Jiva Rashis. Now, let's look at the Bhashyam, what he says here. See, Tasmat Virat Ajayata. So, therefore, this universe was created. Then after that, Bhumi was created. Paschat Bhumihi Ataha iti Puraha. Correct? So what I gave you is what is written in the first, below the mantra, which is Tasmat Virat Ajayata. Then Virajaha Adi Purushaha. Then Saha Jataha Ati Atyarichyata. After that, Paschat Bhumihi came into existence. Ataha iti Puraha. After that, Puraha means the body came into existence. So the human body, also human beings were created, Jiva Rashis. So when I say Jiva Rashi, it means not just human beings, all the living beings. So there are 840,000 species in this universe. Human being is only one of them. So you can imagine how fortunate you are. We are all, how fortunate we are to be born as a human being out of 840,000 species in this universe. So we are only one unique species. So there is no other human species. They call human means only one human. You cannot say there's some other human. Human means human species. So when you say plant, means they are called plant species. Vrikshaha, or Tiryag, they are animals. So we call them like this. So there are uniquely identified species which are unique to that particular function. An animal does a function depending upon what it is programmed to do. An animal doesn't have any karma like us. It doesn't have Sanchita karma, it doesn't have Agami karma, it doesn't have Prarabdha karma. It doesn't have anything like this. It is born because of its own, and it doesn't have the willpower to identify whether I'm doing right or not. But human being is endowed with this intellect called a will. So you cannot do anything against the will of the person. Only if there's a will, only if there's an action possible. And we have the vivekaha, or discriminative power to choose the right over the wrong. So that is why this human species is very unique. So the whole thing was, it was first, this Bhumi was created, and from the Bhumi to live for the Bhoga, for enjoying this universe, then there should be some people there. So he created, okay, all these are there. So we should have some people there. Okay. Just as when you construct a building, right? When you have a multi-story apartment like a condominium there in Singapore, you can build an apartment like this. After that, what do? You have to find people. So you have to house people in there. Then only it becomes meaningful, it becomes colorful, it becomes enjoyable. Then the whole apartment comes into life. Otherwise, it will just a deserted building, ghost building. So the same concept is there. Its only thing is Virat. So the concept is very big, and this is very small. So we look at the Bhashyam now. Let's read the Bhashyam there. It says, Vishwang Vikramat iti. Vishwang Vikramat iti yad uktam tadevartha prapajyate tasmat iti. I mean, what it is said, that this universe was created. Vishwang Vikramat iti. So Vikramat iti means what? That which is pervaded. So this Vishwam, or this universe, is pervaded by this Purushaha, Tasmat iti. So afterwards, after creating the universe, he pervaded the universe also. So after creating the universe, you have to have the power to reside there also. Right? Otherwise, there's no point. If nobody is living there, there's no Jivan there, there's no power there. So he himself came and started living as a Purusha. That is why we always see any object in the universe, we see the Bhagavan there. Because the Purusha itself is residing there as the manifest objects there. In our culture, we worship everything. We worship human beings, we worship stones, we worship, paper, photographs. There is not a single thing we worship. Everything is worshipped and everything is revered. So we tell our children, please don't stamp on, on the paper. Because what do we say? There's Saraswati there. Even a vehicle, a car also gets, we do puja, Ayudha puja on a particular day, right? Because if you go to the factories, I was working in Gaskin Williams, GKW, in India. So we used to go there. They will worship nuts. All the nuts and bolts, which is very rusted and you can't even touch them. It is being worshipped. They offer prayers. Because that is their business. That is their main Bhagavan. That's what it is. So you worship in whichever form it is there. And Indian culture is the only unique culture where everything is respected. So, Vishwam Vyakramat iti tad uttam tad eva artaha tadevatra prapachyate tasmaditi. Tasmad, this Purushaha, so Tasmad Purushaha Virat Brahmanda Deha. So Brahmanda Deha means what? The definition of Virat is called Brahmanda. And Brahmanda Deha means the one which has got very huge body. So Brahmanda Deha. In Rudram, in Lagunyasam, we have Brahmanda Deha Basitahi Marucha. Correct? So we have Brahmanda Deha Basitahi Marucha. So there Rudram or Rudra is worshipped as Brahmanda Deha. So Pashamana Bhujangaihi. So Brahmanda Deha Ajayataha Utpannaha. So Utpannaha means what? Created. And Ajayataha also means arose. So he arose and he created himself. And how was he? He was Virat, and the example is given as Brahmanda Deha. Then this Virat is being explained as Vividhani Rajante Pastuhu. So Vividhani means different varieties of Vastu, not just one. So when you say Vastu means different varieties of Vastu. Vividhani Rajante. Rajante means the one who is governing, called Rajaha. So the word Viraj can be broken into V plus Raj, which means the one who is destined to rule, the one who is supposed to be governing or excelling in the activities. So V means Visheshena, means in a special manner. Visheshena Rajate. So this Brahmandaha is also the grossest aspect of existence. Grosser than the grossest. So what you see here, including the physical body, is a gross material. Grossest of the grossest. And this is the ground for countless amount of, the Purushaha is the one which is responsible for even atoms and the space and everything else. So what we see, the objects in this universe, including the physical body, is the grossest of what you see here, existence. And this is called Brahmanda Deha. Then, Vividhani Rajante Vastu Anyeti Virat. So, then Virajo Adi means after having established himself. Virat Dehasya Upari. So, after having established himself, he still is distinct from this universe. Upari, when you say, it means what? He is actually above. So the universe was created, yet he is untouched by the universe. So tameva deha adhikaranam krutva. So deha adhikaranam krutva means what? Krutva means created or do. Krutva. So deha adhikaranam. So dehaha with karanam means with the body, with the limbs, etc. was created. So the Purushaha is manifested here with all the different types of limbs. The trees, if you see here, the limbs of the trees are the branches and the bark, etc. They are all the limbs. We also got our own limbs, like the physical body, head, different angaha. So karanam, when you say, it is all the instrument of action, karanam. So along with the universe, the instrument of action was also created. Because without the instrument of action, you cannot perform anything at all. So if you just have physical body without the instrument of action, you cannot do. So you need instrument of action, you need the sensory powers, you need the mind, then only it is possible. So the adhikaranam, when you say, it says everything. So deham adhikaranam krutva purushaha tad deha abhimani. So along with that, what it did, it also created deha abhimana also. Oh, I am the body. So see how this Purusha acts. Whenever a child is born, before the child is born, it is the mother's womb. The child does not know the difference between, it doesn't know anything at all. Because it is actually governed by the Bhagavan. It is actually still under the direct support of the Bhagavan. And it is enjoying a very, we may say it is not a comfortable life, but it is actually very safe and secure. It doesn't have all these things, unknowing things. So it enjoys, it cries, it kicks, and then it's sleeping there, grows inside, but pondering as to what will happen. So when the prarabdha karma also starts to build, it needs to come out of this universe. So when the child comes out of the mother's womb, it cries because suddenly it is exposed to this world which has got a complete stranger to this world, this loka. It doesn't know anything about the Bhagavan because the Maya actually acts. So the Maya immediately acts on the child itself and it cries for attention. So the moment you lift the child, then the child will get pacified. The mother lifts the child and immediately the child knows the sparsha also. See, deha abhimanam for a child also is there. Is it correct or not? See, when a father lifts the child and the mother touches, this difference there. The child knows that this is my mother, this is my father. And the child knows because it's got his own abhimanam. Abhimanam means what? Oh, this is mine. This is, I feel comfortable here. And I need to belong to this. That's what it says here. He is not enough to create the world. He created the world, he created the physical bodies, the Brahmanda Deha, all the Deha, etc. Along with Angaha, Karanam, etc. Along with it, he also gave the Abhimanam also. I am so and so. So the Abhimanam continues to grow. It always cries for attention. See, sometimes it will just be crying because it doesn't want. If you leave the child alone for some time, it will just keep crying. In the moment you go there, it will laugh. You lift it, it will again be happy. You put it down, again it will cry. So this is because of the Deha Abhimanam is there. And this from the child itself, from the moment it comes out of the mother's womb, this is there. So you can imagine how the Maya acts for an established person. So we grow along with the same thing. We continue to grow like this. Without knowing all this, Maya keeps covering us all the time. So as you go deep into Maya, Ajnanam is steeply Ajnanam. So we have no idea. So all the Bahya Karanani, so we see the world with all the external objects. So we see with the eyes, we hear with the ears, taste, touch, smell, everything is outside. And this is how we enjoy the world. There's only one thing which is internal, is the mind. And unless you turn your mind inside, that's a time when you start to understand what it is. Till such time your mind wanders out. All the sensory organs also will wander out. That's what it says here. Deha abhimanihi kalpitum ajayataha saha ayam sarva vedanta vedyaha paramatma. So he says here that he is the person who is to be known as sarva vedantaha vedyaha. So he is the person to be known as the Purushaha in all the Vedas, and the one to be known in the Vedas, and is called Paramatma. So the word Virat, Purushaha, is example given as Brahmanda Deha as Savikalpa Samadhi. But the Paramatma meaning is given as absolute Parabrahman, or the one which is Paraha. So Paraha, Atma is called Paramatma. That which is beyond everything is called Paramatma. Then also Saha Eva Swakiyayam. So out of its own capacity, its own Shakti, Mayaya Virat Dehaha. So through the power of Maya, see this. So the Purushaha, through its own capacity of using Maya as the power. So Maya has got what? Two powers. Hope you recollect. Vikshepa Shaktihi, Avarana Shaktihi. So Avarana Shaktihi acts first, then Vikshepa Shaktihi. So Avarana means covering. So when the Maya covers your knowledge, then this universe is seen as Brahmanda Deham. Correct? So, my God, this universe is so big and vast. Then Brahmanda Rupam Sushtva Tatra Jiva Rupena. So all the Jivas were created. So here Jiva Rupena Pravishaya Brahmandam Abhimani Devatatma Jivo Abhavat. It means he pervaded the entire universe, and he also gave himself as the prana, as everything inside the human body also. So the person, not only the Purusha gave this universe, created universe, he created the living beings, he created the Antakaranam, all the Bahya Karanani, Antakaranani, everything. He created Abhimanam also he created. Then he also pervaded all of them as the Sukshmaha. So step by step he is creating. So first the gross body was created, universe. Then the universe, the gross living beings are created. The living beings you'll have to create with all the different angaha, limbs, for performing actions. So it was created. After that, he created all the powers required for it. Then the powers were enlivened by him, and he sat in the middle of all the powers. That's what it says here. So, Devatatma Jivaha Abhava. Then he quotes this Upanishad, from Upanishad, these quotes there. Sava eva bhutani indriyani virajam devataha. So in this way, all the bhutas, all the living beings, indriyanahi virajam devataha. So all the living beings which are in this universe, all the indriyams, indriyani means what? Indriyangal. So indriyam means devatas. So all the presiding devatas which are there, he is the Virajaha Devata, the one who is the ultimate Bhagavan is present as Virajaha. So he is the king of all these living beings, all Indriyanis, and is called Devataha. Then he says, Koshamcha Sushtva Pravishaya Mudo Muda Iva. Mean what? So the deluded people, because of this Maya, the Koshamcha means what? Koshaha means what? The layer. So we have Pancha Kosha Vivekaha. Annamaya Koshaha. Hope you know all these things. Five levels of Koshaha. 5 sheets of personality. We study in Datta Bodha when I teach that. So we have 5 levels of personality which is there. One has to remove all the 5 of personality to arrive at what is correct. Even Anandamaya Kosha also has to be resolved. So this Koshaha, Sushtva, Pravishayaha. So even he pervades all of them and is Mudaha. Correct? He is busy with what? Vyavaharaha aste maya iva. See that quotation there? Sava eva bhutani indriyani virajam devataha. It means what? This Purushaha, after creating itself, it pervaded all the living beings, all the Indriyams, and resided as the Devataha, as the ultimate power. So there is a power called Purushaha, which is beyond the power of the mind. So the mind itself is powered by this Purushaha, but which is unseen, which is cannot be known. But what do we see this? Koshamcha Sishtva. So he also created the 5 different personality layers. Oh, could this be Annamaya Koshaha? Could this be Pranamaya Koshaha? In fact, in Bhriguvalli, there is a beautiful explanation about this. There, the Bhrigu is, he goes to his father and he keeps asking, how do we understand this Atma? He says, you meditate. So he meditates first and comes up with Annamaya Koshaha. So he says, is it this? No, it is not that. So how do we go and meditate again? Then he says, Prana. So the teacher says, it's also not Prana also. So one by one, he arrives by removing, this is not Annamaya Koshaha, it could be Pranamaya Koshaha. Then it could be Vijnanamaya Koshaha, Manomaya Koshaha, or Anandamaya Koshaha. So in Bhriguvalli, Taittiriya Upanishad, very beautifully, he explains how the person actually has to dwell upon it. So one by one, he has to remove the personality or layer of personality, say this is not the physical body, this is not the prana, this is not the Vijnana Koshaha, not the Manaha, not even the Anandamaya Koshaha, the blissfulness, Ananda. It's also not that. It says Kosham ja Shishtva Pravishayaha. So having pervaded this, Mudaha Iva. I mean the deluded people who are there, Vyavaharaha means what? They are busy in transactional activities. They see the transactions, they see the physical activities being done as real. Why? Mayaya Iva. Okay, able to follow? Mayaya Iva. So due to the presence of the power of Maya, the transactable world or transactions which are seen as a Satyam. And all the personalities, the 5 personality, layer of personality is taken Satyam. So one has to arrive at the Purushaha, you will have to understand that transactable world is not a Satyam. And it is only for Vyavahara. So there is something called Paramarthika Satyam, Vyavaharika Satyam. So Vyavarika Satyam means transactional world. So you cannot negate saying that Vyavaharika is not there. But from the Vyavahara only you should arrive at the Paramarthika Satya. So arriving at the root cause of the Vyavahara, or what is the cause of this activity, who is the person behind this activity, who is ultimate seer. So when you arrive at this, you will know what the Purusha is. But it is not possible because people are mudaha. Mudo muda iva. Means they are deluded people, continuously deluded forever. In this way, they are busy in transacting world and transactional activity world due to the aspect of Maya. See, this Bhashyam doesn't have to explain all these things, creation. But what it does is, it brings together the creation theory. It also brings to light how the universe is perceived by the person who is the sadhaka. So for us to be sadhaka, we have to perform this universe as actually not the satyam, this only mithya. It doesn't have existence independently outside of Purusha. Because Purusha is the one who created the universe. Ultimately, all of them is going to go into the Purusha only. So without the Purusha, this universe doesn't exist. So thereby, which is the truth? The truth is the Purusha. And this is not seen because of what? Because of the Maya. And the Maya, what does it do? It makes you do transactional activities. And because of transactional activities, you mistake you cannot able to see the Panchakosha. Viveka is not. So thereby you are to mudaha, deluded person. That is how he has given the explanation in that particular text. Then he says, Paschat Devaha Jiva Bhavaha Urdhvai Bhumihi Sasarjeti Sheshaha. So then he created all the other things. So Bhumihi Urdhvaha, he created this space, he created the Bhumi. Ataha Bhumaihi Sistehe Anantaram Tesham Jivanam Puraha. So Puraha, it talks about the physical body. Puraha. Paryante Saptaha Saptami Dhatuhu Bhirati Puraha Sharirani. So this creation theory is explained reasonably well. And along with the creation theory, we saw in this verse how we should see this universe. The universe or the objective world which is seen, or the Brahmanda Deha, or the Virat, Viraj, all this indicative are the same thing. Vishwang, Vikramate. So all of them are indicating of this manifesting world, and the source of this is Purushaha. Tasmaat Virat Jhayata Virajo Adipurushaha Sajhato Atyarichatha Paschad Bhumimato Puraha. Is this clear to you? This particular verse is clear? Then we'll just go through the little meaning of the second one. Then the Bhashyam is a long one. We'll look at the next class. Yat Purushe Nahabisha'a Yat Purushe Nahabisha'a Deva Yajnamatan Vatha Deva Yajnamatan Vatha Yat Purushe Nahabisha'a Deva Yajnamatan Vatha Vasanto Asya Siddha Jam Vasanto Asya Siddha Jam Grishma Idma Sharadhavihi Grishma Idma Sharadhavihi Yat Purushe Nahabisha'a Deva yajyamatanvatha vasanto asya sidhajyam grishma idma sharadhavihi. So yat purushena havishaha. So this Purushaha, Purushena Devaha Havishaha. Purushena Devaha Havishaha means Havis means the one which is offering in the Yajna. Right? So Havishaha means what? The Havis or whatever you're offering, you can offer ghee, you can offer rice, you can offer anything which is ajyam, it's called. So Havishaha. So with the Havis, Purushena means with the Havis embodied by the Virat Purusha. So Chaturmukhena Brahma is Havisha. So he also became the Havis. So there was no other Havis. So the Purusha also became the Havis. What it means? Whatever you are offering also is Bhagavan, is Purusha only. Whether offer anything into the fire also is Purusha. So there is no separate thing called offering a stick or offering something, because the whole cosmos, the creation, Purusha itself is the source of everything, is the material cause. So there is no other material other than the Purusha. So whereas the question of you offering anything on your own, it is Abhimanam, correct? So when you say, I am offering this particular Havisha to you, what capacity you have got? I mean, you do not have any capacity to, number one, create anything. Nothing belongs to you here. Including the physical body also doesn't belong to you here. Mind also doesn't belong to you here. It is all Bhagavan Prasadam to you. With that kind of Alpa Jnanam, we are trying to create an Abhimanam and say that I am offering this to you, Bhagavan. You please take care of me. I am the offerer. So here it says here, Purushena Deva Havishaha Yat. I mean, with the Havis embodied by the Virat Purushaha, the Devas staying as Indriyams of the Virat Purushaha. So Devas staying as the Indriyams of the Virat Purushaha performed Yajnaha. Yat Purushena Havishaha Deva Yajnamatanvata. So Yajnaha means what? The Devatas performed rituals. So they offered the Purusha also into the Havis, as Havis. So, the Purusha, the whole thing which is red, they offered everything back into the fire. So there is nothing separately offered. Because whatever is created here belongs to Purusha. So when we are contemplating on that, there are three things called offerer, offering, and offered, correct? So offerer is the Yajaman or you. Offering is the process of doing an action, which is you're doing the action. And offered is what is the Yajna, the deity or the person to whom you're offering. So the deity here is the Purusha. Okay. The person who is offering also is Purusha. Because the Yajamana also is none other than Purusha. Then the offering which is happening in the action is also because of transaction. We saw before, this transaction activity is being seen as Satyam. In reality, the transaction activity also is Purusha. So we saw Mudaha, Yavaraha, Aste, Maya, Iva. So the deluded people, what they think, I am doing the transaction, I am doing this action. And because of the Maya, they have this. But a clear person will not have this confusion. So offerer is a Purusha, offering is Purusha, offered also is Purusha. So there is a question of you, the Triputi Beda is not there. See, Triputi Beda means there are three different, differences. Vedaha means differences. So there is no difference anymore here. Because the offer is same. Offering is also, and then offered also is same. So all the three are resolved. Then there is nothing called, offerer also is not there. Because offer also resolved. So we have in Bhagavad Gita also in chapter 4, verse number 24, I think. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. So Brahmarpanam Brahmaha Arpanam Brahma Havihi. Right? So the same Brahma also is Arpanam, you are surrendering, and he became Havis also. Right? And Brahma Agnav Brahman Ahutam. So into the fire of Brahman you are offering your Ahuti. Right? And Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam. Brahma itself is the Ajyam or the ghee. Right? And Brahma Karma Samadhinaha. So all the karmas which is Samadhi is ending with the Purna Ahuti. See, in olden days, when you say Purna Ahuti, the end of the Purna Ahuti, what do they do? They will ask you to bring all the expensive things. Like in the old days, Purna Ahuti means they will ask you to bring silk saris, gold ornaments, or anything which is, you would offer them. So when you offer it into the fire, it means what? Your Ahuti is complete. Purna Ahuti means everything you offered into the fire. There is nothing more to offer anymore. So it completes the offering itself. But now what do we do? When you say Purna Ahuti, you look for old clothes. Anything which you don't want, you have separate things. Oh, this is for that, we will bring this. So nobody wants an item, it goes into the Purna Ahuti. So you're very selective. So the whole concept of Yajna also has changed. Because when the twist comes, can you give me something? There's no, see, we're going to have this. I got this old sari which I'm not using for 25 years. So I can offer that. You will not tell it, but you will bring it from the cupboard and do all these things. These are all, this is the way it is seen. So when Purna Ahuti means what? There's no more offering anymore because you have surrendered yourself into the fire. Same here also. Yat Purushena Havishaha Devaha Yagya Matanvataha. So the Purusha also is surrendered into the fire. Devas are offering the Purusha into the fire. So there's not. Purusha also was a fire. Purusha also became the Havis, and Purusha also was the Yajamana. So it is not said here, but it is to be understood, and that is what the Bhashyam has to be understood in that manner. Okay. So we will look at this next class. We will explore more about this next class. The mantra 6. Yat Purushe Nahavisha Deva Yajyamatan Vatha Vasanto Asya Siddhajam Grishma Idma Sharadhavihi. So he talks about Grishmaha, Rituhu, Vasanta Rituhu, all the Ritus came to this. So after having created the universe, the people, the mind, all of them required, then you need the environment also created. You need rain, you need ajim, you need spring, flower, all these things are required. So step by step is creating all these things. It explains to you how the entire manifestation, what you see here, is coming from the same Purusha. So when you see Vasantaha, Rituhu, it is Purusha. When you say Ajyam, it is this. Okay? Grishmaha, Idma Sharad Davihi. So Sharad also, the moon also is created. And Ravihi also is created. So sun, moon, the seasons, all of them are created from this Purusha. So whenever you see this, you understand that resolve everything into Purusha. The concept behind this is Purusha Suktam is treated by many people as Saguna Brahma Upasana. But Bhashyam says that you must actually go to Saguna Upasana. From there you resolve into Nirguna Brahma Upasana. So you resolve all of them into Nirguna. And Brahman is Nirguna. Purusha is Nirguna. Udait Purusha. You saw, right? So Tripad Udda Udait Purusha. Is it okay? Any questions from anyone in the class? Soumya, you're okay? You're following?
So you said that the whole of creation is explained here, but
Correct. We haven't concluded yet. We have only come to the start. Whole
okay.
creation theory is explained, but then we go step by step. What he is trying to tell us is, you see the physical body, it is Purushaha. You see the sensory powers, Purushaha. Panchakosha Vivekaha, Purushaha. Correct? You see the transactional activities, Purushaha. You see the seasons, Purushaha. So he's saying that every time you see something, anything which is in the objective world, you have to trace it back to the source, which is Purushaha. So from there, only everything comes into existence. Without the Purushaha, this doesn't have existence of its own. So it is called Mithya. So Mithya Lokaha. So that is what the essence is trying to convey. But the chanting when people do, it is a parayana. It is a mechanical chanting people do, which is okay, because at least you should do that. See, luckily the Bhashyam is there and I have some knowledge, I am teaching with this. But next time you chant this mantra, you will understand why you are chanting this. Oh, this means this, this means this. So your mind is with the mantra and not going elsewhere as to who is chanting fast or who is chanting better. It's not there. Because ultimately the chanting has to be meaningful. And the chanting has to make you peaceful. Understand this. So the creation theory is talked about for negating ultimately. If you just directly say, this is Purushaha, or Purusha is this Brahman, one letter, Aham Brahmasmi is over. Then what? How will you know Aham Brahmasmi? First of all, you should know what is Aham, what is Brahma, what is Asmi. So you will explain those three things. Then only you will understand, take ownership of Aham Brahmasmi. Otherwise, you will just be a word. It will just be something teaching just like that. It means a preaching. It is not teaching. So the effect is here to give the teaching so that we arrive at the right understanding. Okay. Sriram, you're okay? Sriram ji?
All good, Shankarji. Thanks.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Namaste. Shubhratri.